So, my name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist immature, and we're back with more mag48. Last time around, we've completed Tier 6. And I gotta say, the Tier 6 entries were pretty interesting, almost across the board. This time around, we're starting up Tier 7. Technically speaking, I think we already did one of the entries in Tier 7 as a result of the side quest. Speaking of side quests, I think I just remembered one. Boot Camp Graduation. Beat Mystic Museum without the Buster. And I don't quite remember where the museum was. Ah, it's in Tier 11, so if anything, we could probably leave it alone for the moment. Instead, Tier 7. Starting with number 49, Listless Quent. Sorry, Scrub City by Listless Quent. Wow. Pretend nothing happened. What the? Oh, great, the lyrics have other enemies in them. Oh, cry. Do I have anything that can deal with these? No. Flame Mixer, no. Ass Rain, no. Spark Shot. Search Snakes? I have nothing that can deal with these. Great. That's wonderful to hear. So I guess that's the gimmick of this stage. Lyrics with traps inside them. Well, specifically, Sawblade Gabules. That's hard. Am I here? Just because the next room is tricky, feel free to come back to this room if you mess up. Okay. Ah. This doesn't look all that tricky. See? One attempt. Nothing to worry about. Something to worry about. Those crystals caught me off guard, and if there's gonna be more of those things... Yep, there's gonna be more of those things. Oh, joy. Actually, if anything, now we have an incentive to not hit lyrics, because lyrics are just gonna spawn some traps. Woo. Try again. So far, so cold. And it looks like there's Yoku blocks with a timing gimmick attached. Okay. Hasn't seemed too bad, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. And what have you got to say, old man? Can I get here before you? Magic. Got it. E-Tank. I don't really need that. I also don't need to deal with the hazard of the Gabule. So let's not. Let's say we did. So far, not too much of an issue. Simple room-based challenges involving enemies, lyrics, how long does it take for this to despawn? There we go. So far, this isn't that bad. Maybe there are a few sucker punches here and there, but honestly, that's not that much of a worry. Ow. Woo. Good. And basic timing trap involving spring gabules. That's not bad. If anything, maybe I should wait for that guy to cross over. There we go. And I guess to talk about a couple other things that have been happening. Earlier today, finished a stream for... Ow. Digimon. I'm at a bit of a wall. I'm probably gonna have to do some training in between. Let's see, almost over. One last stretch. Okay. Chances are I'm probably gonna be doing some of that grind tomorrow, because I'm not anticipating doing anything unique then. Whew. Nice try. Haha. Not that hard. Yeah, otherwise, also got to show off the Digimon card game on stream as well, and that was fun. Lusal helped me construct a deck, edit some of the decks that I do have. I'm not great at deck building. Ow. Woo. Why does this version of Punk feel easier than the Mega Man 10 version that I got to fight? I'll take it. It's just unusual. Meanwhile, while I stroke my beard. I can't believe that chump cheated by hitting my bad can. Not great, now the boss is gonna give me the scolding of a lifetime. A lifetime I could be spending lifting. You lift cans? May I politely request your silence for at minimum 2 minutes starting from now? I'm currently 514.81 seconds into a most riveting Sudoku puzzle, the 84th puzzle since 6 AM this morning. Your 155 decimal volume of speaking is currently disrupting my concentration at a measure of approximately 31%. Aren't you cold and calculated? How can it, Poindexter? If I got my butt kicked, that means the boss will send you next. I assure you, I've already taken that into account. I ran precise calculations for how much leisurely time I would have before I'm sent out, and those calculations dictate that time will be up in exactly 5 seconds and 66 milliseconds from now. I shall leave you two alone then. You too? Is that I doing okay, nerd? Blocky? You thought I wouldn't find out, didn't ya? I saw how hard you got canned back there. What was all that lifting for? I'll tell you what, it's all for nothing if you got cocky. If you paid a little more attention, you would have covered your weak spot. You let down your guard due to overconfidence. When you're in a fight, you can never get too confident. You got that, dummy? You never know if, He speaks with such rudeness as if it's an easy job. He too lost a Mega Man before. I feel like he'd kill me if I brought that up to him. When has he ever done anything aside from yell at us since we started working for him? Us? Yeah. Let's see, 48th place, SCMidna's. Oh no, more compactors! Oh no, more compactors. We actually get to try out this level. Okay. Interesting. Whoa! Yeah, sure enough, there were more compactors. Great. And... what is that enemy? Shit. Okay then. Beat, can you get those for me? Thank you. Alright, we also got the legendary bird yesterday. Or, sorry, the last time too. God, it wasn't yesterday, it was like 3 days ago that I restarted this project. Yeah, believe it or not, it took me like 2 or 3 days worth of editing to chunk out the 2 episodes. Not bad. Woo! Okay, surface bombs. Not that bad to deal with. Ah! I mean, the challenges up to that point were kind of simple, so it makes sense that there wouldn't be a checkpoint. Because this section I could treat as like 3 or 4 screens worth. Woo! Nice try. Now be careful this time around. Let the crushers go fur. Okay! Shit. I didn't think I'd be this bad at Mega Man. Then again, maybe part of the reason is because I'm playing such a variety of games, requiring a variety of different playstyles. Yeah, I'm sure that's the John we'll go with. I mean, to credit, I have been bouncing around between things like Digimon Survive, the prior Rage Month. And each and every one of those games are different and variable for one reason or another. Whoa, that was close. Okay, no crushers here, so nothing to worry about. There's something to worry about. There's nothing to worry about again. Okay. Yeah. There's probably something big up there, but honestly, okay. Oh. Oh, you're really gonna dick me like that, huh? Okay, fine. Beat? I said, thank you. Let's spring go up. Damn. There we go. All things accounted for. Oh. Literally, the key was just for swag. Okay, fine. We at least got another intake out of it, and I'm not complaining about that. Ow. And to end with everything, I've also been playing, something else that... Oh. Wow. Okay. That's not cheap in the slightest. Especially since there's no way to really cross over here, that I noticed. So that means that you have to do that bit of sliding. Dear. Okay, just don't hit a direction and you're good to go. Cool. No. Now this one, we kind of have to do the short jump. There we go. Fighting food-ons. Fighting food-ons. Fighting food. I'm sorry. Just, I hear this music, and I hear fighting food-ons. Let's see how many people recognize what that show is. Probably very few. Yeah. Yeah. Crap. There we go. And next area. With a crusher at the very end. Not bad. Whew. This is such an unusual falling enemy. I don't think I've ever seen it before. Nope. Piss. Fine. Whatever. No problems here. We're still making forward progress. We're still not getting immolated. Oh, Joes. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Heaven. There we go. Okay, so what does heaven look like? Ah! Okay. Woo. Jump, and jump, and jump. Okay, this shouldn't be bad. Woo. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tick through all of these at some point. There we go. All Mega Men accounted for. You needed 100%, you rescued 100%. Superb! You rescued every Mega Man on that level. Can you do it again? I'd rather not. Oh, I understand. Those were lemmings! They were lemmings! That was a lemmings joke! This makes sense. Next up, 47th place. Betasword's Cossack Playground. I like this mix. I don't like that it's an auto-scroller though. Oh dear. that is a very finicky platforming challenge. I'd rather not, thank you. There's probably some really good loot up there, but... Ow. Okay. Push this along. Ooh. Yeah, this is a different instrumentation. I like it. Okay. Checkpoint? No checkpoint through that entire auto-scroller section. A bit questionable. Proto-Man? With an E-Tank. Just before another one is. Okay. And the music changed too, because now instead of the instrumental version, we have the 8-bit version. Woo! Nice try. So I guess the idea is... Whoa! We're supposed to be doing a lot of precarious platforming. Oh, Mog. Oh no. This is very bad. Okay. She's successful, and it is very Gouda here. Woo! Whew. Next up. Upwards auto-scroller. Okay. Shit. Well, guess I'm doing this the hard way. And by the hard way, I mean the cheesy way. Glad I have beat, because otherwise doing that in a single burst, that would be difficult. Doable, but difficult. Also, just a Betty? Okay. And a boss iteration of this music. Interesting. Ah! Okay, we got a checkpoint in that good too. Good. Okay, honest thoughts on the level? Interesting. It proposes a very interesting challenge, and it's not often when Mega Man does an auto-scroller, especially since the few times that it did try to, it was very rocky at best. This is one of the few instances where it kind of works, but it is also very dangerous to bumble. Nice try. Cool. It does mean that when you do bumble the platforming, chances are you'll be relying on Beat to help you out, if you've decided to upgrade Beat whatsoever. The hell? This is a quintessential example of pasting Boomerang on someone's forehead to make them look cool. Ah, so it's Dick Man. Got it. Anyway, 46th place, TruffledToad's Rocky Blocky Cavern. Cavern. Anyway, enough referencing that. Lies. This contains a message by default. The message is, contains no message. Trying to get cheeky with me. Ah! Get a few more bolts, because you never know when bolts might be handy. I know that there's an entire costume shop in this, and I may, like, if I have some spare time, work on a custom skin. I highly doubt it will be ready by time magmammal 3, especially since magmammal 3 has its own, like, unique sprites that I would not be able to get out the day of the contest. Or, sorry, the day of its release. If I wanted to, like, crank it out in Siege, maybe I could. But that would have to be for, like, day 2 of multiple days worth of streams. Weapon tank. Honestly, I don't think I need the weapon tank. I could still pick it up. Because you never know when you might need a weapon tank. I'm liking the challenge that this area is presenting. Music's nice, backgrounds are pretty trippy. Whoa! Edge. Okay, I didn't know that you get squished like that. I thought it just dealt damage. But it makes sense that it's a squish hazard. Squishy Mega Man, when the Mega Man becomes a Mega Pancake. There we go. There we go. That's my obligatory stupid joke of the session. Whoa! Punch out the Blocky. 2, 3. Okay, it's this thing again. That's... Yeah, this isn't that hard of a mini boss, honestly. You can literally just Buster Duel it, and there you go. And take out the Blocky. Woo! No problems here. Okay, some problems here, because that is a lot of missing. But also doesn't harm me when it goes to the ceiling. Okay. Woo! So far, so good. Okay, these guys will certainly harm me. Good. And there's a checkpoint. Take out the tin can, man. This isn't... Okay, this is interesting in the fact that these guys make a very unique blocker, but especially in the third case, it kind of despawns itself at the right position, so is that really a challenge? Whee! Yeah. Ah! This is cool. So you have to clear out enough platforms to be able to take out one of the lower level platforms, then proceed down. Cool. And similarly, you gotta be very careful about these. Ah, one of these baseball guys. I remember these guys in Mega Man 10. Strike Mid stage specifically. They fire a ball in an arc, and then after it hits the peak of that arc, then the ball homes in your direction. Usually they underlob shots because they want the shot to go underneath you, hook above, and then redirect back. They're interesting in that respect. Woo! This random Voltman. Why is there a random Voltman? Our boss isn't even Voltman, it's Punk. He's a punk about it. I think I've established I can beat Punk without, ow. I can beat Punk without full health in this engine. Not so much in Mega Man 10, partially because of the lack of a slide, making maneuverability harder. And partially because I feel like that Mega Man killer just does a lot more damage than you expect. Maybe it's just me. 45th place by 742 miles per hour, Cryonics Lab. Minor function penalty. Function penalty. This high up? Ah. I understand the assignment now. The reason the function penalty is probably because of these ice blocks, for one reason or another. Got it. So far it's okay, but we'll see where the function penalty really shines. Okay, also can't get those without blasting something above. There we go. Woo! Okay. Quick lasers. In a level like this, I understand where the function issue comes from now. I understand where the function issue comes from now. It's entirely quick lasers. Quick lasers combined with these bricks. It's interesting, but I can see where this can lead to some jank in places. Especially since they rotate. Oh dear. Ah! Like, they could temporarily act as solid platforms, but then you gotta be very quick to move. And because they're constantly rotating, then the contact point changes too. Whoa! Oh. Ah. Okay, then. Okay. This... I could see... How do I explain this? This is an interesting challenge. And speaking of interesting challenges, especially with that Slimer right there... Ah, no! Breaking some blocks. Oh dear. Ah. Crap. I'll give full credit. This is a very unique challenge. And I can see where the function penalty comes in, specifically because of the ice blocks in tandem with those lasers. There's a lot of enemies that break those blocks for you, or otherwise, if you shoot them out at a wrong point in time, then you're absolutely ruining yourself. You have to die and restart. Oh no. This too. That too? Like, that's a really interesting way of setting up that boss, but it's more often than just going to lead to a cheap death. I can understand the idea of it, though. Like, oh, it's like saying, okay, I understand Flashman is hard, but what if we gave it a way to quickly defeat it by spleefing it to death, essentially? But at the same rate, it's more just going to lead to you getting spleefed. Wait, seriously? Oh, that's a very big issue. A random invisible spike one, then what? Interesting. I didn't even know there was an invisible spike somewhere in there. Right, 44th, SCMidna 11's weapon testing facility. Funky music. No buster allowed. No buster allowed? And sure enough, I can't shoot. But I do have unlimited use of every other weapon. Okay, so what is functionally similar to a buster that I can get away with using? That's the puzzle of, of this area. Interesting. I like this. The creative challenge of this area being, hey, how can you progress through these puzzles without a gun? That's cool. It also encourages you to experiment with your weapons. Forced experimentation, yes, and some people do have their own negative stance on that, but I welcome it, honestly. Not only is it refreshing, you've also eliminated one of the big reasons why a person doesn't want to use special weapons, that being the limited ammo. Now the question is, will we have some boss fights in this, taking advantage of that? Also, modular music. Oh yes, this is a mini-boss brigade. Very weak to salt water. I wonder if the cat is weak to salt water. Interesting. B, can I get some... Thank you. It'll pick me up. It'll put me down. Woo! Oh my. This is a cool challenge. This is just silly fun. Ah! Also, this just completely neuters that. Just do a bunch of lockup. Done. H! I wonder if it wanted me to use rain on that one. Like I would, considering. It's not hard to just fire salt water at everything. Saltwater is a surprisingly good weapon. Like, I will mock it for being the stereotypical... Actually, hold on. Rain. Oh, you stripped out the rain because you knew how much of a game breaker it would be. And yet you gave us missiles, which is just as much of a game breaker, this particular engine, because they hypercharged it. Also got rid of concrete. Is it because it would make platforming challenges easier and because it's high power by default? Uh-oh. Got it. I understand the mission. Actually, search snake. That will make it easier for us to hook shots up above like that. And then I can just tank a couple hits to get out. Interesting. And Flashman, which is at 3 health bars, 4 health bars, 5 health bars. Fuck off! I mean, that's clever, and probably any weapon shot would take out that Flashman, but fuck off! Or quick man, I meant. Dang. I gotta see there. Honestly, that's just dumb plain fun. What we have here is a spectacle? Yeah, honestly, a Hornet... The homing sniper just makes it too easy. If you like, stripped out the homing sniper and encouraged the use of all the other weapons, that would be a much better challenge. Because then you'd actually have to think your way through the barrage of enemies, and that by itself is the challenge of the level. With homing sniper, it's just, okay, mash the button out. Done. No worries. Anyway, 43rd, Brash Buster's Burning Bunker. That's a lot of bees. Okay. One of those guys. And color changing platforms. This doesn't seem too bad so far. Woo. 4, 5, 6. I only just now remembered the little diatribe that I had earlier about another game that I was playing, Umbra Claw. Very interesting game, where its entire premise is, oh hey, you're very weak by default, but if you die, you can power up, but you're also stripping yourself away from getting the good ending of the game by dying too much. So you kind of have to balance how many times you heckin' eat shit. But the game is very hard by default, because, again, you don't get a great way of fighting. Or any way of fighting, really. At least, not without dying. It's really unique in that respect. I haven't seen a Metroidvania do that type of thing before. Just in case. Because that guy's not really gonna help us platform. Okay, that was my fault. Probably should have thought that out a little better. Case in point. If I'm gonna be shooting those switches, I should probably be hitting them on the incline, not the decline. That way I actually have some time to, I don't know, move in the case that I need to. That was a little close, but I hit with it, so I'll take it. 2, 1. Two, 1. Good. So far, so good. Maybe eliminate you. Also good. Wait for it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I like the gimmick of this. Oh, hold on. Mash that out. Okay. I like the gimmick of this place. It's more puzzle-solving than the average Mega Man level. It's short, though. We're already at the boss. I feel like there weren't really any other checkpoints. I like this music. Also, it's Fireman, which had to get drastically neutered, because if you remember, the original Fireman kind of just inundated you with fire and became an RNG test, more than an actual boss fight. Gone Sovereigns, caution, moving parts. Unless it says I don't have the energy element for one reason or another, I don't think we need to worry about it. Yep, we did this one. No worries. 41st, Autofire, Twilight Fortress. Okay, bombs. What the heck are you? Other than nightmare fuel. 2, 1. 2, 1. I'm guessing you guys act as platforms. Sure enough. And you retract when you get stood on. Done. A little bit of energy in case you need it, but I have yet to get hit. Fighter Joe. Interesting. Or at least that's what I'm gonna call those things. Ow! Interesting. That guy almost acts... Actually, it does act as a wall versus charge shots. 1. Done. Take a jump. Ignore the Fighter Joe. Okay, snail. Situation normal. S-car, go away. This isn't that hard. I wonder what the room above would have been. Probably get up to there thanks to the Joe. Or, I'm sorry, the snail. Yep, this is where that leads. So the snail is an optional boss. Got it. Interesting. Not that bad to deal with. Eh. Bomb bombs on the other hand. Oh, those are hard to deal with. Wow. Well, rather, they're hard to deal with in combination with the Joe. Not that hard. And we get some loot out of that. Strip away that. And now we just push this platform over. At least I think that's the expectation. Yes, it is. Just enough. And I guess this one... Not sure what the point of that is. Because, like, it's doable without... So far, so good. I mean, this is interesting. Having the entire premise of the challenge be pushing around these platforms in order to set yourself up to be able to jump to where you need to. It is a bit clunky in places. Ow. I thought I moved out of the way of that. Damn. It is a bit clunky in places, but it works. Good. If anything, just ignore the enemy. Keep moving. Ah. I see. So normally it's 1 pixel too high, but so you have to like push the second platform. Cool. That's a really inventive way of doing that challenge. You've got my interest now. Except for that last part, which ends up as a bit of a sucker punch. Like, it could just be me being bad at video games for a moment, but that definitely feels like a bit of a sucker punch. Yep, that is otherwise too high. Good to know. Fortunately, we can rush jet it. Really? And here I thought I was getting savvy with that. There we go. Punch out the walker, Saito can get away from it. That's just mean. Toad Man. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll defeat the Toad Man for you. Phew. Nope. Okay, having additional bombs and the spikes here kind of makes it a little more challenging. Not by too much. I mean, it's still Toad Man. But it's at least an interesting level of challenging. It's not a complete mindless slog. And there's still a little more. Oh. I got worried for a moment. I thought there was gonna be a little more, but no, it's just a separate room. That's fine, that's fine. Good. And 40th place, Squatch's Footloose, with a small function penalty. Okay. Then where does this function penalty stem from? Canada. Okay. Those aren't that hard to manage. Needler. Actually, I think they're called needle hogs or something like that. Yeah. Good. Woo! So far, interesting challenge. Oh. Oh, there's an auto-scroller. A moment to express some amusement that some of the higher-tiered entries have been auto-scrollers. Or at least have had auto-scroller segments, I should say. Pinky beat. Just give myself some staying power. Woo! A little bit of a restock on beat, that's good. Uh-oh. Oh, this doesn't look good. So, the premise of the challenge is get up to that roller and race it. Interesting. So far, so good. I'm still struggling to see where the function penalty is in this level. Like, maybe it has to do with this section? But honestly, I don't see too much of an issue with that section. Or maybe it has to do with these turrets. Because I could see a lot of sucker punches happening as a result of them. Interesting. Taking advantage of the fact that they have to fully retract in order to come out. Oh no. Yep, I figured there was going to be a bit of a function penalty in this particular section. Right at the end, too. Like, it's a cool idea to use that, but I feel like it shouldn't have been an auto-scroller, necessarily. Yeah. Okay. Also, this boss frustrates. Because the big shtick with this fight is you have to lower it to the bottom, and the only way to do that, more often than not, is to face away. But there's also some RNG on the rocks. And just because you're facing away doesn't mean that he's going to come all the way down, too. Leading to a lot of frustration of, hey, get back down here! I want to kill you already! Eh. Oh dear. There we go. It's doable, Buster, only. But I'm not sure if I agree with that boss being the capstone of this area. What do the others have to say? Feels incomplete. Having it followed by a long and challenging auto-scroller or genuinely bad choice. Yeah. The second roller section was the big struggling area. I agree. But with that, we've effectively stripped out this area of challenges. Mostly because one of the levels I already handled on camera a long time ago. So I guess next time on mag48hmml, we tackle Tier 8. How about that? We're most of the way through this already. Actually, come to think of it, what other things can I even spend my bolts on? Gotta try vacationing, go to the volcano. Well, this door's open. Oh, right, because you're there. I mean, I guess I can buy some of the costumes from Double Action. Base. Get Roll's costume. Ooh, we can get Metal! I always like playing as Metal. It's so stupid. Let's see. Is there a unique thing for the cutter? Not really. Maybe we'll play as Metal a little bit. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay warm, or cool, depends on what part of the world you're in, and eat something tasty. Y'all deserve it. Then again, Delicate.